Travis Scott and Jordan Brand are set to debut a brand new signature sneaker. The bro couldn't even spell cut the check. 2024 is looking like an amazing year for Nike basketball, with the KD4 Weatherman announced and the Venice Beach Kobe 8 coming back. It was also a massive week for restocks in the US and here in London, where Clint 419 offered cancelled bot orders to dedicated Londonians. And so we're going to talk about all of these stories and more in today's sneaker wrap. Hello everybody, it is me, your boy Jordan Young, back with another banger. I do these weekly sneaker news recap type vids every Saturday, and so if you want to stay plugged in, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, give the video a like while you're here, and feel free to PayPal me some money. No, I'm only joking. We're going to start off by recapping some of this week's biggest sneaker releases. Now, I'm not going to lie, it's been a pretty dry July. I haven't really been picking up anything myself. A lot of the new releases coming out have been pretty dead to me, but there were one or two kind of cool sneakers. Let's start off with you guys over in the US. You had the women's black and orange or brilliant orange Jordan 12. I actually really like this colorway. It kind of gives me shattered backboard vibes. I haven't checked, I don't know. I'm going to assume they are pretty much sitting everywhere and are going to be outlet bound. Did you guys go for these? Feel free to let me know. These seem to be pretty popular as well with some people, the Chicago split dunks. I think one of the better releases this week over there in the US were the Social Status Mac Attacks with the wear away swoosh. Pretty clean pair, to be fair. We also had the chambray or chambray Air Jordan 7s, which is a really nice colorway, to be fair. It's just price point is a little bit unpalatable for most people. Nice colorway, but definitely a shoe I would wait to go on sale to cop. Here in the UK, we also had the Alpha Force 88s. Now, this is a pretty cool shoe. It's one of only a couple of non-Air Jordan sneakers that Mike actually wore during his career. These are still available in most retailers here in the UK, and I think I know why. I feel like the low top, chunky 80s basketball shoe is thoroughly played out at this point, especially with Air Jordan 2 lows, New Balance 550s, Jordan 1 lows, dunks, Terminators. I feel like this shoe has probably come along at a really inopportune moment to make a mark, even though it was also a big week for restocks. Starting off in the US, you guys had a few pretty cool shoes restock, including the Air Jordan 2 High Chicago that dropped at the end of last year. There was also a small restock of the Reimagined 3s, but I think this was in GS sizing only. And there was a Midnight Navy Air Jordan 4 restock as well. I think the Wizards 3s may have restocked as well, so some pretty cool sneakers on the re-come up if you were hip to the release. Now, this brings about an interesting question with the restocks. Who really benefits from the restock method? In my opinion, it kind of seems like you have to be part of a cook group or some kind of Discord where people have monitors out there that are scouring the websites or the Nike sneakers app in particular for these types of restocks. And so when they happen, they really only serve the type of people that have that information ahead of time. So for regular Joe Schmoes like you and me who don't have that type of time to be constantly scrolling and checking these types of apps, we never really have a shot at these restocks. What do you guys think about that? Here in London, we had a big restock of the Nike Air Max 95 Corteiz.
Corteiz Air Max 95s, you want them, we got them here at RTW Sports.
Our current bestsellers at £110, the Corteiz Air Max 95s.
Now, if you're from the gutter like myself, this crep is an absolute essential.
This restock went down in South London. The location for the pop-up only went live this morning. It was dished out by owner Clint 419, who earlier in the week had made an Instagram post saying F the resellers. The stock used was from cancelled bot orders, and guys, I think this is brilliant. I'd love to see bigger companies doing more to not only cancel bot orders of sneakers, but actually use initiatives like these pop-ups to actually get the product into the hands of people that are willing to put in the footwork and make the efforts. I mean, this whole excitement around waiting for the location to drop and then using your resources to get to the location as quick as you can, enjoying the excitement of being in a sneaker line again, and picking up the hyped up shoes for a discounted price, all the while capturing the moments for content, is absolutely brilliant marketing from Corteiz and a really awesome way to bring some excitement back into the sneaker game at a time where it's feeling, at least from a marketing and brand interaction standpoint, a little bit stale. Did any of you guys here in London manage to pop along to the pop-up and cop? Let me know. So let's talk about some sneaker news. I want to talk about Travis Scott first. His brand new sneakers are called the Cut the Checks, but it looks a little bit more like Kafk. Am I wrong? No, I'm being a little bit harsh here. Let's talk about what we know about the shoes. So from what we can see, and the pictures aren't that great, they kind of look a little bit like a Dunk with this thick 4-foot strap, kind of have a little bit more height on them than a Dunk. Color blocking that we can see in this image seems to have been borrowed from the low olive. And in general, whilst it's hard to really make them out accurately, they look pretty cool. Now we saw some interesting appetite building marketing around this, featuring an interaction between MJ and Travis Scott.
What up, dog?
What up, Black? What up, baby? What's up, man? Oh, man, it's a new meet today, ain't it?
Now, this video is quite funny to me because it really feels like an intergenerational banter type conversation. See, people from the MJ generation generally use the word dog. What up, dog?
What up, dog?
And then Travis Scott has retorted with a, what up, Black?
What up, Black? What up, baby?
What up, Black? Now, I don't know if this is a reference to MJ's color. I don't know if this is a reference potentially to MJ being the black cat. It could also be because of Michael Jordan's much known about gambling addiction, where it could be like a blackjack reference or a roulette reference. I'm not sure, but it was pretty funny to see this exchange.
What up, Black? What up, baby?
Listen, I think it's really cool that Travis has got his very own Jordan. I think we're looking for something new from that relationship. The collaboration stuff has been pretty well played out now at this point across the various different Nike models. So I don't know about you guys, but I think a Travis Scott model is just what the doctor ordered. What do you guys think? We also got some really good looks at the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Golf. Now these are going to be releasing in October, and listen, I think the color blocking is really nice. These images definitely shine them in a much more favorable light. I actually low-key prefer these to the olive lows that came out recently. They sort of had that reverse mocha-esque type blocking, sort of volt green detailing on the tongue tag and the rear embroidery look pretty good. Listen, I actually play golf, and these would be a great addition to the golf sneaker collection. But what do you guys think? This will be an interesting one. Do you guys think that people will buy this sneaker to just wear casually, even though they've got the golf traction spike pattern on the outsole? Are we about to usher in an age where golf shoes are actually drip worthy, ready for the streets? Let me know. Right, so let's talk about some exciting new images that we've seen of some upcoming sneakers. I want to start off with these, the Kobe 6 Reverse Grinch. Now these are coming out later on this year and are obviously an inversion of one of Kobe's best ever sneakers. Here they are right here, the original Grinch, and you can see here where the inspiration comes from. See the red colorway here on the laces and on the Kobe logo on the tongue, the signature on the back, and so they've basically just completely inverted it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do prefer the greens. The OGs look better in my opinion, but these are still pretty tough, and in my opinion the Kobe 6 is probably, I don't know, it's right up there for one of the most comfortable Kobe sneakers of all time in my opinion. In other Kobe news, we're going to be seeing the return of the Kobe 8 Venice Beach next summer 2024, and this is obviously following on from the announcement recently about Kobe and Nike looking to renew their partnership and get to retroing some of Kobe's best sneakers. Now the retroing of these Kobe's has definitely stirred up a lot of online debate. You only need to go into the comment sections of any one of these Kobe posts to see people arguing about the shoulds and should nots regarding reselling Kobe's. And so I guess the question is, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that reselling Kobe's is a bad thing? Do you think it's just part of the game? I personally don't really care, but feel free to let me know. First look at the Air Jordan 13 Wheat, set to come out later on this year. You guys might remember this sneaker from 2004. Some of you might not have even been born in 2004, but a lot of OG old heads like me love these types of retros because we can remember when these came out back in the day and not being able to get them. Now the hype around 13s is pretty low. Most people out there don't really care for them because of the way they look, and I can understand that, although I will say that 13s are one of the most comfortable Jordans in my opinion. And I'm definitely liking the look of these, but look, if shoes like the Air Jordan 13 Playoffs are gonna sit and go on sale, these are gonna do exactly the same thing, provided they make enough of them. What do you guys think about these? So Edison Chen has shared some images of the last collaboration between Klotz and Nike, a What the Dunk, or a Nike Dunk Low What the Clot. And this is a mishmash of some of the different sneakers that they've worked on together since 2006. Klotz are going to be moving on to work with Adidas, and this sneaker marks the end of the Nike partnership, and I don't know what you guys think, but I think they're okay. You can definitely see a lot of the signature clot designs and materials and motifs in the shoes. It's a very nice homage, but they definitely don't have the same kind of wow factor as maybe a What the Dunk or a What the Kobe or any other What the shoe we've seen in the past. They're kind of muted, a little bit chilled. Now there are only going to be 250 pairs dropping, meaning your chances of obtaining these are slim to absolutely none anyway. And to be honest, for me personally, I am not mad at that. What do you guys think? Stone Island and New Balance are collaborating together again on a technical running shoe, the Fuel Cell CB1. Color blocking on these is really nice. The shoe itself, I think, looks pretty cool. A lot of people are pointing to this shoe as some kind of Yeezy lookalike, but to be honest, I think that's a bit of a reach. It probably comes from the fact that the upper of the shoe is this sort of one-piece knitted type material. They have the drawstring lacing systems a la the Salomons. But I think the feature of the shoe that's most striking to me is definitely the midsole. Midsole outsole combo, like it is proper chunky. I love the Stone Island touch at the back. I actually really like these, although I would probably cop these for running. What do you guys think of these? We've had some on-foot looks of the Air Jordan 11 DMP set to come out December the 9th. 230 bucks. I've been covering this release over the past few weeks as we've been getting more and more updates, and my position has not changed. I like these. I like the leather. I like the cloudy outsole. I like the fact that they're different to the originals. This is definitely on the cop list for me, even though I'm not a huge fan of the comfort of Air Jordan 11s, and I'm not a big fan of the way they are being worn in this picture. Like, this whole look to me has never really made sense. You know, the basketball shoes, the high socks, and shorts that are either too long or pants that are either too short. I've never really dug this particular look myself. But listen, if we're just talking about the shoes, I'm liking the shoes. More images are coming in of the Nike SB Dunk Low Tight booth. This was an SB collab that we didn't really know about until recent times, and I'm liking them. I think the details on these are really cool. Color blocking is super clean. Love the super fat tongue a la the early SBs. And I maintain my position, man. Nike SBs are really carrying Nike this year, in my opinion, in terms of the collabs. Like, they haven't been missing at all, in my opinion, this year. I think the Gardenias are gas. The Run the Jewels, gas. And then obviously these, which are a pretty strong contender for shoe of the year so far, gas. And between the type booths and the up-and-coming Born and Raised, the Yuto Horigomez, the Supremes, the Crenshaws, Aprils, it's definitely a great year for SBs, in my opinion. The KD4 Weatherman is set to come back in 2024. For those of you that might be too young to remember, the KD4 was massive back in the day. Like, right alongside shoes like the Kobe 7, the LeBron 9. The KD4 is probably, in my opinion, his best sneaker. And the Weatherman colorway is one of the best colorways of the KD4, in my opinion. The Galaxy as well, and the Galaxy is another shoe that we're getting next year, the Galaxy Foamposites. 2024 is set to be a really awesome year for nostalgic Nike basketball retros, and I'm excited for it. And that is it for this week's sneaker wrap. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you've made it this far and you haven't hit the like button, go and hit it now for me. I really would appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and if you want to keep up with me in real time, be sure to go and chuck me a follow on the IG. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I look forward to seeing you all on the next video. Take care for now, and peace.